Well, I woke up this morning from a reoccurring dream.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Daisy. I'm ACHARA KIRK, joined by STEPH, SABRAW.
Hello.
What up, brah?
What up?
Oh, you know, the usual. I never know how to reply to that. You're like, what up? And I'm like, dang, I feel like I'm on the spot. What do I say?
Move on.
All right, moving on. We are checking out this interview, which was on Variety, their YouTube channel. This is titled RRR Stars NTR Jr. and CHARAN Talk Naatu Naatu, the international success of the Telugu film. Well, actually, Naatu Naatu is the song. You know that the song won a Golden Globe, right?
Yeah.
That is amazing.
It's crazy. Like, I know people who listen to the song who haven't seen the movie yet.
Really?
Yes. And they're like dying to see the movie. They just haven't, but they're like, no, that song's a banger. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a banger in the movie as well. Like, I feel like it's so much better. I mean, yeah, listening to the song is amazing. It makes you want to get up and dance. But like watching them do the music video in that is incredible. Love that the movie is getting so much love over here in the West, in the US, and that the lead actors are getting a lot of love as well. So I'm very curious to see what they say in this video. So let's check this out. And you guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe, click the bell icon, all notifications, and upvote this video if you are enjoying what you're watching. Let's get into it.
Look at these two guys that entered the room. NTR Jr., CHARAN from RRR. How you doing, boys?
Great, Clayton.
Great.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Oh, thank you for coming in on this rainy day. That just means that the gods are crying because you're in LA finally.
Wow.
We're so excited that you're finally here.
Look
Rain
at
God
they're
is
both wearing
blessing us.
sunglasses.
Yeah.
How has this ride of RRR been for the both of you? It's been a global box office sensation. It is super popular here.
It feels great. I mean, it's overwhelming. You know, sometimes you think about it. LA has always been a spot for holiday, or America as such was a place for holiday or, you know, meeting family, you know. But all of a sudden, LA and America in general has become a workplace now.
Yeah.
You know, we've never imagined this would happen.
Yeah.
You know, we come from the southern part of India, and here we are today, very proud.
As you should be.
Indians, you know?
Yeah, Clayton, I still can't believe I'm sitting in the studio in LA. And like you said, it was always a place of pleasure. And coming here for work, it is still digesting. I'm still, you know, getting around it. I think it's great. And it's, as the world is becoming one, the cinema is also becoming one. And, you know, you guys have really been kind and, you know, you appreciated us, and it's really overwhelming to be here.
Speaking of like just the success of this movie globally, I was talking to my cousins when I was back visiting in Bangkok, and they were like, oh yeah, we saw RRR and it was so much fun. It was such a good film. And I just couldn't help but feel like so happy, like, yay.
Yeah.
The success of this film. Like, we've been watching Indian film for a while now and obviously have a great appreciation for it. But to have something that kind of crosses over that threshold, gets other people excited about it, I feel like it's such a nice gateway to get Americans to be more interested in what India is producing.
Totally. That's what it's the gateway drug in the best way possible, because it's hard for, I think that 80s and 90s French film was being more watched in America, and we are so closed off here in terms of film because we have so many of our own that we forget that there's all these other places making great films. There's countries in Africa making great films, but like India's really been doing it for like a long time and in their own unique way, and own unique ways in different parts of India as well. And so it's really cool to have people be like, oh my God, millions of more movies I could be watching.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's easy to be kind to movies that are great movies. And this came from the insane mind of S.S. Rajamouli. I would give anything to read the production notes on this movie to see what someone thought was too far or not, or that we shouldn't do that part, because it's so out there and it works so well.
Absolutely.
You guys filmed this in 2018.
Started in 2018, yes.
And then ran
ended 2021, I guess.
21, just a couple of months before the release is when we did our last shot.
Wow.
And pandemic obviously played into that. Obviously.
We lost 8 months there. Like
this was technically supposed to be the fastest movie of SSR, but he planned it. You know, he planned for that, but didn't happen. Yes, we were hit by the pandemic. I mean, no second thoughts about that. The whole world was, the whole world was in a standstill. So were we. We had to get off and stop, shoot and halt and then move on again. But having said that, Rajmouli still took his sweet time. And I would like to agree with you on one thing, the insane mind of SSR. Yes, he is insane.
Let's talk about Naatu Naatu. Nominated for a Golden Globe, shortlisted at the Academy Awards for Best Original Song. I believe, NTR, you told me recently, SS Rajamouli only likes to do things that he feels everyone can do. I watch Naatu Naatu, Ram. I don't think I can do a lot of it. I can do some of it, but you did multiple takes for it.
Having our unique style ourselves, each of us, and just to be in sync and have one style called SSR style. So that was the most difficult part. It's not the choreography that was very difficult or, pulled us down or made our knees wobble. Yeah, but it's just getting into sync of what Mr. Rajamouli was trying to ask us from this. And today I understand, of course, it was the toughest song we did in terms of getting the synchronization. But today I can understand why it is what it is.
Because everybody, including, I'm sure you would have tried it too, Clayton.
You
would have. So so that's the idea I think Rajamouli had. He does not want to give you these so super complicated steps. I mean, if you see what he's done in Magadhira or what I've done in my movies with Rajamouli before, he does not like to complicate his dance, especially in his movies. It goes into the heart of the audiences only when you are willing or you have the chance to try it.
True.
You don't want to sit down here and say, oh my God, I can never do that. No, you would want to give it a try. Yeah. And that's exactly what Rajamouli had in his mind. When people are not willing to try or even capable enough to try doing it, why will it be nominated into the Golden Globes today or shortlisted on for the Oscars? I think that was his idea. As he said, the toughest part was the synchronization. It was not the step by itself.
That is actually a really good point because when you break down the step itself, it's very simple. It's just in and out. But
it's the speed.
It's the speed and intensity that they're doing the moves. I mean, I kind of feel like they're kind of underplaying their skills right there, but yes, it's easy to do, but to do it that well and execute it that cleanly and with that synchronicity is not easy.
I feel like they have halos around their knees and ankles at the speed in which they're going, because it's really protected areas. Some people's joints don't move like that straight up, but I do think that that's true. If you slow down these movements, most people could be able to do that. And I think when you see it, you're like, can I do that? I definitely was like, oh, I'm going to learn that.
Yeah. I'm gonna learn that. You definitely can. Yeah. And the song itself is just so, it kind of gets into your bones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it makes you really happy and makes you want to move. Those are my favorite types of songs.
Right. Same.
Yeah.
Talking about your characters in the film, Ram, you represent fire. You represent water, NTR. Was there ever a moment that you guys thought about what it would be like if you had swapped roles, if you had played the other one? Do you think that actually could have
No, just fun? The other day I was telling, I think both our characters are very similar to us in real. And it came very natural when we were doing the scenes. So I don't know, maybe I would love to try it just for the heck of it to get into NTR's nature and character and mind. I would love to. Why not?
But I would tell you something for sure. I personally feel that, with the friendship we've had over the past 20 years or 15 odd years, I think Charan's more of water because he's. I
was about to say that. He seems really
I would
chill.
say he's an introvert for sure. A little bit of extrovert qualities here and there come in and go. But I feel that Charan's more water for me because, when you look at the sea in general, you really cannot estimate the depth of it. It's just so peripheral.
Whoa.
You don't know what's happening inside it.
Yeah.
Unless and until you are willing to go deep into it. So for me, Charan as a person in general is very deep. You cannot estimate what you're getting into unless and until you're willing or he's willing to invite you. So I would say that Charan for me is water. I'm somebody, I'm an
I would-
extrovert.
I would definitely agree on that.
I'm
And NTR is somebody like what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
There's nothing hidden. So he is all in or all out. It's as simple as that.
If you want to do it, you'll do it, and if you don't, then it's just not your
Yeah,
thing.
that's impossible to make him do it.
That is so interesting because, like, the very thing that NTR was saying, I was kind of picking that up for. I just realized I've been saying his name all wrong, CHARAN. He just seems so much more chill and laid back, like, even in just the way he's talking. But I will say that watching these two guys in this interview, I'm just appreciating them so much more, especially NTR, because he's so charming.
Yeah, they're both so charming, and like what he just said about him was really, he was talking about depth, but it was really deep.
Deep, yeah.
Like that was like a really beautiful statement on someone. It was so cute.
Very
They
cool.
still have the bromance
I
off
know,
screen.
it's adorable.
I appreciate that. Looking at some of those other scenes, I'm thinking about the swap again. There's one key killer scene in which you are on the shoulders of NTR. So how do you plan for that scene? And are you harnessed, or are you actually holding the weight?
There was
of,
a safety harness.
Yeah.
There was a safety
There
harness.
was
You know
a-
what? Again,
60% of it was still.
Was still
I was
there
still
on there,
sitting on
yeah.
him. That was a tough sequence for him.
Wow.
That was tough.
but
That's the reason I don't want to swap for.
you don't want to carry
No,
on
I'm
your
happy.
shoulders?
you do not want to carry me after I've put on so much weight. No. Now, yeah, maybe he could try.
Yeah.
Because I've lost a bit of that muscle mass, and I'm a little leaner than what I was back then. That was hell of a sequence. It really demanded a lot from us. And you know what? It's not easy to be on a safety harness for a very long time. You know, it's so uncomfortable. You know, if you look at it, I was carrying him, but he was doing all these weird stunts from up there. You know,
Yeah.
he was on a harness.
That was so creative.
But
Yeah,
having said that, it is
our
not.
waist was
it is-
almost going purple.
Yeah, yeah.
After the
So
second day of holding the harness.
that is not easy.
Wow.
I mean, you might think that just sitting on
Yeah, the
my
bruises.
shoulders is easy. No. So it was not easy for both of us.
And
It was not.
that went on for 15 days.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
15 nights, sorry.
15 nights.
Yeah.
Wow.
You said you put on some mass for. I mean, you guys both bulked up a lot for
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
for this role. What was your routine to get yourself prepared?
Simple, plain routine, Clayton. You know, this is what everybody in the
Yeah,
you know,
everybody in
everybody.
every
It's just
industry.
there's nothing special to it. It's the same thing. You know, like how every actor prepares. But the only thing was challenging is we had to keep that shape. We had to retain that shape or muscle we've retained for a very long time, for 3 years. So that was difficult because when we were halted by the pandemic, we still had to keep working out every day.
Yeah, that period was
constantly,
difficult.
you know, be in shape. 3 years is a lot to carry that kind of a body. That was tough.
What's like your calorie intake during that time to put on the weight? Because that's what I'm gonna say. I'm putting on weight for a role right now. That's why I'm bulking up for this. Right? That's why I'm gonna use it. So
Come train with us.
I was put on about 3,000 calories a day. I was eating 7 meals a day. Took
Wow.
me somewhere around a good 16 months to 17 to achieve that.
Tarak is very particular in how he eats and the calorie count. I've seen him on sets. He would never eat. He would look at my food and just smell it, but he would never touch. For 3 years, he did that. And I'm somebody, I think I'm more organic in my approach. I cannot. It's too much for me. I need some good food, bad food every day. Part of I need my
Fair
sweets every
balance.
day. And I think it took about 7 to 8 months here and there. But the worst part was, the most difficult part was to not eat and not have any of that, just to take a back seat during the pandemic.
Yeah.
the scene in which you two meet.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that, actually, them talking about the challenges of, well, getting into that type of physique, but also like how difficult it is to maintain. Because
Right.
I think a lot of the time we look at these actors, and often when we see them, they're at like peak level. And so we just assume that, well, that's just how they look, you know, like that's just how they are normally in their everyday life. But like it's refreshing to just hear them talk really plainly about the challenges of what it is to build that physique and maintain it, and then also know that when they're not doing the role, they're just like, hey, I'm just gonna be normal now and just enjoy all my food. For me, it just kind of makes me feel a bit better as just like a human.
Oh yeah,
sense,
you
know
like,
what I mean?
no one looks like that. No one just looks like that.
Yeah.
You have to put in work. And I also really appreciated that, if you notice, like, this is why comparison is the thief of joy, because they were both on completely separate routes to achieve their body goals, and that's how it is.
Yeah.
Like, when you look at someone, you're like, well, they lost 15 pounds in 2 weeks. Like, why can't I do it? Why did it take me 6 months? Because your body's different.
Yeah.
Why can they have sugar and I can't? Because your body's different, and that's okay.
Yeah.
When you're trying to achieve certain goals, like, you just have to set what's best for you.
Yeah, exactly.
The scene in which you two meet,
Yeah.
swinging off bridges,
Wow.
saving little kids, wrapping yourself in fire, throwing flags. I mean,
Yeah.
like, what is that all green screen or?
I wish the pendulum swinging was also on green screen, but no,
Yeah.
that was real.
Wow.
The flag was real.
12 days we
The-
both were suspended.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god. Holy.
It took 12 days.
That
Yeah,
was-
the whole bridge breaking, the child, and then our both of us meeting, and then the underwater sequence after that. The whole
Can you believe
sequence.
that was the third day of the shoot?
Oh,
When
yeah.
we started in
Third
2018, the
day
first 2
of
days
RRR
was very
begins,
normal.
yeah.
You know, I was driving the bike, he was sitting behind me, and
The first
it was
day.
just chill. The first 2 days, you know, we thought, wow, you know, it's nice. But that's when it started.
What's cooler, riding a motorcycle or riding a horse?
I think I love horses,
I love
and
cars
I
and
can't,
bikes.
and I'm not very good on bikes, and yeah, vice versa.
Oh, perfect.
I want to talk about the Tollywood of it all, because this has been a great eye-opening experience for me myself, and I'm someone who loves film, loves non-English language. Can you talk about that impact for Tollywood and hopefully get to a place where it's not Bollywood, Tollywood, we're just Indian
cinema,
and
yeah.
then we're all just talking about cinema.
I think we've already reached that stage,
Yeah.
Clayton. Now, I would say RRR was this icing
icebreaker.
on cake.
Yeah.
But I think with Bahubali, somewhere Rajmouli was this director who could erase the imaginary lines of
I love that. The
North film
imaginary
industry or
lines.
Southern
Yeah.
film industry. You know, the Northern and the Southern, or the East or the West. We have different film industries. We have the Kannada, we have the Tamil, we have the Malayalam, we have the Telugu, we have the Hindi, we have the Bhojpuri, we have the Bengali. I mean, we are people who have the highest, amount of film industries in one individual country. So with Bahubali, I think Rajmouli could erase those imaginary lines and made it one big Indian film. I think RRR added to it. RRR made it one big Indian film industry
He's so
today.
eloquent.
Today,
Globally, yes.
globally, I think today we don't represent, first we are Telugites and then we are Indians, as I mentioned before. It fills us with a lot of pride that we are Telugu people sitting down here and talking. But again, today I think we are Indians as well. So it is a great breakthrough, for us to sit down here and talk about work, share our culture, share our work patterns. It feels amazing. It's really
love
good. And it happened
Yeah.
only because of one person's dream. SSR, SS Rajamouli, And I think it's a very clear example of when a master storyteller comes out with master stories. I think that's when everybody in the globe is ready to reach out. I mean, to accept it.
I mean, we all knew the breakthrough was inevitable. It had to happen at some point.
At some point, yeah.
And it happened with Bahubali. The whole of India and Asia knew who SSR was. And now the West is also enjoying his films. As the world is becoming one, cinema is becoming one, the boundaries are being erased. Cinema is one language, that's the experience, that's the emotion, which he somewhere cracked it in India until today. And Indian audience have been enjoying his emotion universally. And now even the West understands that it's not coming from a small state in India, but it's just a movie that is been produced and made in that small state.
Yeah.
I think that should be the focus, that I don't think we want to look up, we want to be addressed like a person coming from a small state and everything, but cinema is bigger than all of us.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud that we're all part of this journey, and it began with SSR's RRR.
I like what he said, cinema has one universal language.
Yeah.
I really agree to what he said. Totally.
So cute.
I'm obsessed with them. I can't.
It's no secret you're sitting down here with the awards editor of Variety.
Yes,
This is
yes.
this is in the Oscar conversation. India didn't select it as its official submission.
Yeah.
No shade to Last Film Show. It's actually a very good movie. But everyone in the punditry world says you had a guaranteed win if you just chose RRR. Can you talk about, maybe we're not aware about the politics about India choosing a Tollywood movie
Spill
that's
the
in
tea.
Telugu versus other films that are typically in Hindi? Because I believe that by history, they traditionally pick something that's in Hindi and not Telugu. And even people who saw it on Netflix here, it's dubbed in Hindi, which I've never seen before. I've never seen non-English language film dubbed in another non-English language.
That's
This has been,
distribution
interesting
politics,
to
though.
watch.
A country with 1.4 billion people population. I wouldn't say there's a lot of politics going on with choosing what films need to go, but I think the panel which is sitting down there knows what they do the best.
That's a very diplomatic answer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, NTR. I don't buy that. But I appreciate the grace and diplomacy with which you are saying this. But honestly, I mean, I haven't seen the Oscar-nominated film from India. Perhaps I ought to, but I feel like what the editor was saying, this would have been a surefire.
I think that the problem issue is even more exacerbated in India because of like all the languages and the differing in cultures. But in America, we get the Oscars wrong often.
Yeah,
We
true.
don't know how to pick the favorite movie of the people. We often pick the critics' choice.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's why people don't tune into the Oscars as much, because they're like, wait, how did you pick that instead of like Maverick?
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
all of these Marvel DC movies that are breaking records, billions of dollars, and it's like you picked a movie that a quarter of the people saw.
And I guess the argument is like, what is art?
Right,
You
right.
know,
It's subjective. It can be objective, but it's difficult.
It is, yeah.
So
And
I'm not gonna
political.
Get down
Yeah.
that road of talking about why RRR was not chosen as its official movie from the country. Well, talk about Hindi. I think, Hindi has primarily been a national language for a very long time. So, and that's why, it's been, I think Hindi has taken its prominence through that. But for us, or for me at least, I would say that choose RRR, don't choose RRR. RRR has already made us proud.
Yeah. Facts.
I mean, Tarak is being really humble and nice, but I really want these 2 awards. But at the same time, like he said, all of us talking about it. Clayton, you sitting here and even mentioning
I
it
know.
about it itself it's quite satisfying for us, and we're very grateful to the audience here and you. So rest, everything is a feather on the hat. So I'm going to see if that feather falls on our hat or not. Let's
awesome.
wait for another day.
I just did not want to jinx it.
I love you guys.
That, we learned how big both of you
so
are
cute.
in India. I've had people describe you as The Rock and Vin Diesel, but
God, yeah.
can dance like in a fantastic manner. What has been the conversation
That's a
about
good
the 2 of you transitioning to American cinema and making a big splash
Why
here?
not?
Why not?
Yeah.
We're actors, Clayton. Bring it on. I would say bring it on, Yeah, bring it
I
on.
would love to explore this.
We would love to.
And
What
I
kind of
love,
movie would you love to do?
like you said, Rock and Vin
Vin
Diesel.
Diesel,
Oh yeah,
big
come
of it.
on.
We'll do a
Indian
Fast and Furious.
version.
Yeah,
Absolutely, that would be great. But
mean,
yes, as actors, I think we have to be open to
Yeah.
to accept what's given to us, and we're very open to.
I'm actually eager.
Eager to
I'm
actually be a
waiting
part
to
of a movie
have
here.
your directors experience us as well on the sets, and I think
Sell
we will
yourself,
do a great job.
boys.
So Steven
Yeah.
Spielberg
Oh,
is watching. Feel free to grab these 2.
Yes,
movie going.
bless.
I have some fun questions for you, but
Yeah,
before
sure.
that happens,
Oh, what are the
I
fun
brought you guys
questions,
something,
sir?
And I thought it'd be
Barack and Vin Diesel are no longer
Oh my
friends,
God,
really.
wow.
So
That's
like,
true, yeah.
they need to be better.
What is it, Tiger?
Tiger was it?
both
are
No.
Jaguars. I think one is.
That's a gift from me
Leopard.
to you for,
Oh, thank
for
you
coming
so much.
through
That's so
our
cute.
Thank you
space
so much,
here.
Clayton.
Don't throw it at each other, though.
No.
I've seen you throw
I'm gonna go
Jaguars
give it to my
before.
younger one. He loves tigers and jaguars.
I want to talk about your 20 years of friendship. And I want to see how well you guys know each other, and
Okay.
what animal would you want to be if you could be any animal? in the
Horse.
world?
Charan would want to be.
So we're going to answer for each other, right?
Yeah, you can answer
Okay,
for
I
each
think.
Oh, for each other.
other. Oh no, actually that'd be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horse.
Good.
Horse.
I think Charan would want to be a horse.
Tiger?
Tiger.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is a
Ah,
horse true?
Yes, absolutely.
Great.
Who would last longer in an actual fight with a tiger? Out of the two of you.
Realistically,
Who would last a little bit longer?
Little longer.
Realistically, I think both of us will run.
It'd be foolish if you didn't take that hit.
If you were actually doing a dance battle of Naatu Naatu, who would win out of you two?
I mean, he would have got the step, right? But in terms of endurance, I would have gone. But he would have got it perfectly in that moment.
So the movie is correct then.
Yeah, yeah.
And giving
yeah,
him the
NTR
win.
is really good.
Who would've- all right. Who takes longer to do their hair on the day of shooting?
Tarak.
Really?
Charan.
Tarak takes a long time. Not the makeup, the hair.
The hair.
You're very right on your question. Not the makeup.
Your hair bounces and waves. So
No, I've
like,
got curly hair.
So
yeah.
it takes a little while.
So to tame it, it takes a little while. I think he's right there.
yeah.
Broke character more on set. Who like laughed more or messed up?
Tarak, Tarak,
Charan.
Tarak.
Charan, I think Charan. Charan is a naughty boy who's not caught, and I'm somebody who's caught. So there's never going to be an answer where he or me are going to win. No,
It also
he was a naughty boy.
tells you that maybe I never did anything.
Ooh.
Oh, that's the real naughty boy answer.
Naughty, naughty.
the naughtiest.
What was the most fun you had on set?
I think the most difficult episode, and also I kind of weirdly had fun, was the 65 nights of shooting the interval episode of us becoming arch rivals. And then it's the intermission.
65
So
nights,
that
wow.
episode, weirdly,
65
65 nights, I think any actor would hate doing that. But
Yeah.
I weirdly enjoyed it. Like he told me one day saying, I am the night owl. I like shooting in the nights, and he's more of a day person. So probably I enjoyed it more.
Yeah, so I would say Naatu Naatu would definitely be something which was a great experience. I had fun as well, but there was a lot of torture for that. But we were in Ukraine. We would after everything probably catch up,
Ukraine?
go out to a restaurant, get some food.
You never.
We had that. We had a good
Yeah.
family time as well. I would say Naatu Naatu in Ukraine in Kiev was a fun experience.
We're gonna get sentimental. Please tell me the best quality about the other person.
What I like is he's one person, not just me. I know hundreds of people around him would say the same. He's somebody you can really rely on at any point of the day, any time of the day, at any situation in your life. You know you can make that one call to him and he'll be there. That's the trust he has built over the years with anybody and everybody he has ever come across in his life. This is the number one quality I admire and love. And he's a great father, he's a great husband, great actor, and more than anything, he's a great friend.
Aw, that's
One of the
very
very,
sweet.
very, very few friends. You have, maybe you could just count on your fingers. But Charan would be definitely the first person I would want to call and share or ask for help
They're so cute.
or even rely upon. The first phone call I would do is definitely to Charan. And he's
Romance is real.
It's so great.
everything a friend needs to be.
Oh my God. Speak to me.
He's everything a friend should be. He's everything a friend can be.
Oh my God, guys. Kiss already.
Yeah,
Kidding.
just this. He's this beautiful person who can
Aw.
literally, give you a shoulder and say, you know what, it's all right.
Oh my God.
Shit
Friends,
happens.
hugs, yes.
Romance. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
What's the scene that isn't in the movie that you were disappointed didn't make the final cut?
I could have given a better close-up if he was not doing those things right here in
If
front
he
of
did
me.
not irritate me, I think I would have done a better job also,
How
Final
quickly it
question.
turns from love to
Listen,
annoyance.
There's been rumors about it. RRR Part 2.
Wow.
What
rumors. I thought
SSR
said it on one of the one of the stages.
Is this real?
It sounds like it's definitely happening, but I mean, listen, we don't know anything official. Things are always so secretive. We also don't. Listen, it took 4 years to get this. I can't wait 4 years for RRR 2.
Just the announcement. Clayton, I'm on your side on this as well. So I have no clue as of now. My director has officially not told us. But yeah, I've been hearing it on the press, on one of the stages where he spoke after the screening, the Q&A. So yeah, I'm waiting for him to roll this news with us.
It's been amazing to watch this ride. It's been amazing to watch you guys. It's been amazing to see Americans introduced to the talent
all of that.
of you two and the bromance. But no, thank you for saying, guys.
Thank you so much.
We're gonna be seeing a lot more of you.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Clayton.
you, Clayton.
It's great meeting
Thank
you.
you.
Aww, that was so cute. I
Yeah.
love the movie already, and I love them in the movie, but just knowing that they're friends in real life, I'm like, how cute.
Right, and like they just seem really authentic and humble and kind and like craftsmen. Like they really, really take their work seriously. And I usually don't love watching like extensive interviews like this all the time, but this was I loved it. Like, a great interview, by the way, Variety. Like I thought they asked like all the questions that I would have been interested in knowing.
Yeah.
And they just answered, like the fact that the bromance is so real. This is why like there's on-screen romances that happen, because like you can't, when it's good, like when the chemistry is on screen, you feel it, there has to be some realness outside of it.
Their chemistry was awesome in the film, and I love that we got to know more about them just like personality wise through the interview, like just seeing them in their element. And totally Charan is this more like laid back introverted guy, but like extremely suave and good looking and all of that. And then we've got NTR, who's also super charming, like even in the way that they dress, you know, like Charan comes in a shirt and he's looking like really smart, and NTR is like chill. But I love the way he talks. Like I find him so eloquent. Like he's able to express all of these ideas so well, and I feel like he's such a good ambassador for the film and for India and Indians in general. Because I feel like if you watch this just as, you know, a casual viewer, you'd be like, wow, this guy really knows what he's talking about. And like both of them do, but for me particularly NTR, who is able to like, you know, speak so well on the process, on SS Rajamouli, and then on each other. I was like, oh, they're so cute. Yeah,
really well spoken, like actually intelligent and kind.
Yeah, and just awesome.
Oh my gosh, I want to hang out with them.
Yeah, definitely. Can we make that happen? You guys.
Fully.
Yeah. If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to subscribe, click the bell icon, all notifications on and upvote this video. And if you liked the interview, please go and give the original video on Variety a like as well. And yeah, let us know your thoughts on the interview, on the success of the movie, on the song that's happening here in the US and internationally. And let's wait and see what happens at the Oscars this year, baby. All right, we'll catch you next time. I'm ACHARA KIRK. This is
STEPH.
Ciao.